Okay, so good evening, everyone. I'm Sonal Sangvi, and I'll be the educator for this session. It's We are just waiting, expecting some more students. Some more educators for this program. So I would request, just to wait for another maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, so we can wait for some time, and so that others can also join in. Yeah, just a request. Uh, We'll start sharp by 8, like maybe 8:05, yeah, so that we can have everyone join the session. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I think we can start. It's already, 8, it's been past 8. So, first of all, I'm Sonal Sangvi. Okay, and a kind request that, initially, at least I would keep your cameras on, so that, the interaction is more better. Yeah, now it feels just like I'm talking to the computer. So if you all could, if possible, just keep your cameras on for a while. And when we are doing the coding part at that time, maybe you can keep it off. Is it possible for all of you? Okay. Yes, Simply ma'am. That's great. Yes, Harshita ma'am. Yes, I'm sure as an educator, when you all would, agree that when the cameras are on, the class is more interactive. It's more fun to teach when you see the faces, right? At least in the starting part when we are having the introduction, and I'm sure you would agree, right, ma'am? Yes, that's great to see. I'm sure some of you might be having some internet or some data issue. So if that is the situation, it's perfectly fine. Nice to see you, Bulbul ma'am. Great to see. Okay. So yes, Kruti Basta sir.
Thank you.
Yes, it's really nice to see all of you at this hour.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. A very warm welcome to all of you, first of all.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you all have a hectic day. right? Schools being started, work has been on, like, proper offline. We are all सब हम लोग वापस back to normal आ गए, right? So हमारी physical classes है, या आपके physical jobs है, सब कुछ start हो गया है. And still, you all have made up to attend this session. So it's really great, to see your interest and enthusiasm, and to upskill yourself. I think हम सब यहाँ पे जो है, actually जो session में हम our motto is, our agenda is to know how we can upskill ourselves, yeah, with the latest in demand skills. है ना? आज का जो session है हमें it will be a enriching session on knowing how coding can be so helpful in our lives, right? कैसे हम coding जो आज हम इतना सुनते हैं, right? We are hearing so much. I'm sure आप सब agree करोगे कि इतना सारा maybe हमें लगता है कि शायद ये बहुत hype create किया गया है, या बहुत सारे questions आप सबके दिमाग में. I'm very sure about it, right? तो आज का जो session है, it will cover all of your doubts. ठीक है, आपके जो भी queries है, आपके जो भी questions है आपके mind में, I'm sure काफी हद तक वो clear हो जाएंगे. And also towards the end of the session हम आपके Q&As भी लेंगे. तो जो भी अगर कोई unanswered है, we can resolve that also. Okay, so on this note, a small introduction about me. So I'm a Google certified educator, and I have also done my master's in computers. And I really feel proud to say that I've empowered more than 10,000 students plus teachers, okay, in my 15 years of career in technology, right? So it really gives me immense pleasure whenever I empower, with the, especially the most in demand, right? Abhi, jaise the world is rapidly increasing, because of technology. So definitely all these skills is very, very important in every phase of our life, right? So we shall start. Okay, we shall. I will be sharing my screen. So that was a little bit about me, and because of the time constraint, it wouldn't be possible for me to have an one-on-one interaction. But maybe towards the other sessions, maybe we could have a interaction with each other. Okay. So without taking much of your time, okay, we shall start with the session. So in today's session, okay, the introductory session on coding for educators, right? I'm sure all of you are, teaching your respective subjects in schools or colleges, right? And would like to know that how, I can use coding, and to make my lessons more engaging, or, many possibilities are there. So let's understand all of that. Okay. Also, I would like this class. Simply, ma'am, you feeling a little sleepy, is it? Did you have a tiring day? You're on mute. I can't hear you. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Because of my classes, I just wrapped my classes.
Oh,
Since
God.
6 years, I'm taking continuously classes back to back.
Since 6 p.m. 6 a.m. you're saying?
No. Since I started my class 2 p.m. Now just I wrap the class and join your service.
I can totally understand. I was just worried कि मेरी class इतनी boring हो गई है कि आप, आपको.
I'm literally tired now, but your session is very important. That's why I'm attending.
Yes, ma'am. Just one more hour, 45 minutes, like 50 minutes maybe. Okay, that's why I said I will not take much of your time. I understand, totally understand. But definitely, ma'am, I'm sure कि आज का जो session, it will be a little bit interactive. So आपका जो है, instead of feeling sleepy, we will be able to focus. Yes, ma'am?
Yes.
I'm sure it will be very interesting. That's, just trust me on that. Okay. So definitely, it's a wonderful session organized by Up Educators. All of you, I think some of you might have enrolled for their other courses and very well know that's the great platform for empowering educators, right, with the necessary knowledge in technology.
Can you please talk loudly?
Okay, is my voice low? I'm so sorry.
Your voice breaks sometimes.
My voice is breaking. Once. Yeah. Just check it out. 1 minute.
It's audible, madam. It's audible. You can hear. You can continue, madam.
ओके ओके ऑडिबल सो मे बी सर आप अपने एंड से भी एक बार चेक कर लीजिए प्लीज कि मे बी वाईफाई सेटिंग बिकॉज माई आई एम ऑन वाईफाई एंड आई एम ऑन 3G currently so please if you could check it your end okay fine I think now it's clear so yes it's a wonderful platform where many like they have already trained nearly 300 plus Google certified educators, Microsoft certified educators, and now they have come up with this wonderful course on coding for educators, right? All this while we are just empowering children with the coding knowledge, and we think it's for children. And all over the world, children are learning coding at a very young age, right? At the age of like we're starting at the age of 6 and 8 years, right? So, as an educator, right, we felt that there is somewhere a need where even the educators, even the teachers should be empowered with this knowledge. It's not already we are thinking okay I'm teaching science या मैं social studies पढ़ा रही हूँ तो मुझे कैसे ये knowledge improve help करेगा तो ये सारी चीजें हम आगे वाले sessions में understand करेंगे. So let's understand and how everything will work. But before हम आगे जाने से पहले एक छोटा सा मुझे before I tell you what is coding and how it is beneficial, एक छोटा सा activity. I would want your answers on the chat window. ठीक है? I want you all to recognize these logos. ठीक है? बहुत simple question मैं पूछ रही हूँ आप लोग सबको कि chat पे मुझे चाहिए कि ये सारे logos किस ऐप के हैं और इन तीनों में क्या common चीज है. What is the common thing between all these apps? I want you all to think and answer me this question. Okay? So yes, Simpi ma'am has answered WhatsApp. Google Meet. Sorry ma'am, it's not Google Meet. Once again, please think it again. It's Zoom. Perfect.
WhatsApp.
Perfect. WhatsApp. And
It is Microsoft Word. Word. MS Word.
Microsoft
Yeah.
Word. Okay.
Word. Yes.
So thumbs up all of you for giving correct answer. अब मुझे ये जानना है कि what is the common thing between these three things? इन सब चीज में क्या common चीज है? So first of all एक चीज हमें जो पता है कि Zoom है. Zoom जो है वो वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग एप्लीकेशन है. We have WhatsApp which is a text and voice messaging app, and third है Microsoft Word जो कि word processing application है. Right? But इन तीनों चीज में जैसे मैं पूछ रही कि what is the common thing? Come on, common thing मतलब इन चीजों को इन तीनों चीजों में एक कॉमन चीज क्या है? Even you can see that answer.
Connecting people.
Yes, ma'am.
Connecting people.
Connecting people. But word
Yes,
is not for
communicating with the people.
You can say WhatsApp or Zoom है, but word हम उसके लिए नहीं use कर सकते हैं, right? It's more of like typing your letters or documents, right? आपको एक word जो वो common दिख रहा है तीनों में. अभी मेरे screen पे भी you can see 3-letter word, which you can see on my screen also. It is there in all of these
App.
Perfect. Okay.
These are apps.
So yes, these all
apps.
three are apps, right? Application. Okay. Perfect. So why
Yes,
we are saying, why we're discussing what is an app? ये तीनों application है. When I say these all are applications, means I mean to say कि ये सारे जो है ये code किए गए हैं, ये develop किए गए हैं by the programmers, right? See, जब everything before, like I'm sure हमने सबने experience किया जब COVID था, right? We all were stuck at our home. Schools were shut. Then we, with the help of these video conferencing applications, it was such a bliss for all of us कि हम घर बैठ के हमारा, सारी जो आपकी offices है, your schools were on. So it was such a great blessing from the developers, I would say, कि जिन्होंने ये सारे applications बनाए, right? आज WhatsApp पे भी कितना सारा work हो जाता है, right? So all these softwares that we see, they have been developed by the programmers using the knowledge of coding, right? So that is what the essence is, that we have been all the things that we see technology में आज जो भी हम देख रहे हैं, right? The drastic improvement, the different kinds of apps. आज in a day they are making like hundreds of apps. Swiggy, Uber, we never imagined life like that, right? But ये सब कैसे possible है? Because of the knowledge of coding, right? So what is computer coding? What does programming make you think of? Come on, I would also want, if possible, chat pe, या if since we are a less number, it's okay if you all can unmute yourself. What are your views on computer, when I say coding or programming? Anything, anybody would like to answer this question? What is your thought? What are your thoughts? आप जब सोचते हो कि कोडिंग, जब मैं वो टर्म आप सुनते हो, it's a language. Okay, Soumya ma'am is saying it's a language
To develop the applications.
To develop the applications, right? आप जो भी application देख रहे हो, WhatsApp let's say, तो ये एक language से बनाया गया है, right? With the knowledge of coding. So coding, in a general, we cannot. It's a coding में एक language आता है, but coding का meaning क्या होता है? It is a set of instructions. ठीक है मैम? We can say coding is telling a computer what to do by giving it in instructions. ठीक है? So for example, you have your child now.
It can also be called as the language of computer.
Languages of computer, yes. The language which the computer understands, actually the language which computer understands is a binary language, ma'am. But we can say through which we can interact with the computer. Okay, so coding is a language in which we will be able to interact with the computer. Okay, so it is basically giving the computer the instructions, right? आज हम जो भी apps देख रहे हैं, तो they have been coded by the programmers, they have been instructed, right, with the help of a language. So coding का मतलब क्या है? Set of instructions. Okay, ये instructions कैसे दूंगी? With the help of a language, right? So that is what is simple, right? Coding is a set of instructions which tells the computer what to do. Okay, now why everybody should learn to code? पहले हम इतना importance नहीं दे रहे थे, but now slowly and steadily, and especially now too, it's like on a full-fledged, we are, even the national education policy said कि coding compulsory. क्यों? Why? Because I would like to quote over here, we all know Steve Jobs, okay, the legend of innovation. Okay, so even he believes, like, even the great leaders, they all believe that coding helps the student or a human being to think. आज हम कोई भी चीज जब हम when you learn coding, you are be exploring, opening the opportunities of learning how to think, क्या उसका solution हो सकता है, या you observe the problem and how you can come up with your solution. So I really like this quote, it teaches you how to think. It's an activity which trains your brain, which is like an exercise for your brain to come out with your ideas. अब तक हमने जैसे कभी सोचा नहीं था, right? हमने Facebook कभी नहीं सोचा था कि ऐसा कुछ ऐप होगा, right? Mark Zuckerberg जब वो 13 years के थे, जब when he was introduced to programming, right? उन्होंने उसके अंदर इतना, he went so much in depth, and then he came up कि अच्छा, I want to make this, can I have something like that I can connect the whole world, है ना? सब वो स्विगी भी किसी ने सोचा होगा, right? It first is a thought, okay, can I have something like this, and then it grows there, right? So ये क्या possible है when I have that tool, when I get that knowledge. So that is the most important thing. Now, what is the importance of coding? Why is it increasing, right? Importance क्यों बढ़ रहा है? सबको, coding was there previously also, few years back. But right now, as the world is, growing at a rapid pace, right? जैसे technology इतनी fast बढ़ रही है, right? Few years back, just internet was not easily accessible, right? Right now, with the advent of technology, with the ease of internet, right? इतने सारे नए चीजें apps बनाए गए हैं. So what is happening is that to understand these, ये सारे चीजों को understand, technology को understand करने के लिए, we need to learn coding, because that is the language of interaction with this new age machines, right? So that's why it is growing, it is increasing now, So that is one of the reasons, right? कि जमाना बदल रहा है, सब चीजें इतनी बदल रही है, हर चीज में टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई है. आप एक बैंक में जाओ, आप एक डॉक्टर के पास जाओ, इवन डॉक्टर्स आर यूजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी. आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव सीन, उनके पास भी पीसी, एक लैपटॉप रहता है. आप खाली उनका, यू जस्ट once you go, आप एक बार उनको विजिट करोगे, नेक्स्ट टाइम इवन आफ्टर 5 years also you will visit it, they will have the entire history of you, okay, thanks to the technology, right? And even they have understood. So आप किसी की कोई भी फील्ड में जाओ, आप देखोगे कि technology has been taken over, right? Technology has taken over that particular domain, industry. So okay, so that is what that is a change that we are seeing. So now इन सब चीजों को अच्छी तरह से समझने के लिए हमें कोडिंग एक एडिशनल स्किल हो जाएगी, जो हमें इस टेक्नोलॉजी को ज्यादा बेटर से समझ आ जाए, राइट? बोले कि इज इट कंपलसरी, आई वुड नॉट से इट्स नॉट, इट्स कंपलसरी, कंपलसरी नहीं है, बट अगर आपको कोडिंग आती है तो वो आपको टेक्नोलॉजी समझने में और ज्यादा आसानी हो जाएगा, आप उसको और बेटर समझ पाओगे। गेटिंग मी? नो, व्हाई एजुकेटर्स शुड लर्न कोडिंग? तो फर्स्ट थिंग है कि क्रॉस करिकुलम इंटीग्रेशन। पहले हम कैसे सब्जेक्ट सिखाते थे बच्चों को, 20 years back, Hindi was only, we are just focusing Hindi teacher on Hindi, right? Maths teacher was only focusing isolation. They were all taught in isolation. There was no connection between them. But if you see right now, say, हम IGCSE program board आ गया है, all these, latest curriculum, they all are forcing, they all are focusing on क्रॉस करिकुलम। जैसे एक कॉन्सेप्ट जब मैं सिखा रही हूँ, लेट्स से आई एम टीचिंग अ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ हाउसिंग एंड एनवायरनमेंट, तो उसमें मे बी आई एम गेटिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, हाउ आई एम इंटीग्रेटिंग द, जैसे मैं आर्ट एंड ड्राइंग को कैसे इंटीग्रेट कर सकती हूँ। तो दिस हैज बिकम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? तो यहाँ पे भी टेक्नोलॉजी इज प्लेइंग अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल। सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक साइंस टीचर को जस्ट इमेजिन, ठीक है, एक साइंस टीचर वांट्स टू टीच हाउ द हार्ट फंक्शंस, राइट? अब पहले कैसे था, टेक्स्ट बुक में a teacher was just showing that picture, or she would go on the blackboard and she would just explain theory, वो orally verbally explain करती थी। but now I am sure you all know, right, कि जैसे टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ गई, इनफैक्ट there are certain classes कि जहाँ पे वो AR VR से that they make them actually see how that heart pumps, उनके internally what are the different parts, so how technology has entered and made the lessons more engaging, बच्चे कनेक्ट कर पा रहे। पहले कैसे था, थियोरेटिकल नॉलेज था, बच्चों को प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज मिल रहा है, राइट? more realistic, more practical, more application based. So all this is possible because of the integration, right? हर एक सब्जेक्ट को, टेक्नोलॉजी को दूसरी सब्जेक्ट्स को इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं, राइट? सो दैट इज द एडवांटेज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, taking playing an important role in your school curriculum. Now millions of students are already learning the code across the globe, right? Not only India, across the globe children are learning coding. तो कहीं ना कहीं हमें क्या लग रहा है कि अरे, we are lagging behind, right? If you see students, they are outsmarting us, right? आज हम क्लास में जाए और बच्चे इतने smartly, because वो पैदा ही टेक्नोलॉजी से हुए, right? when we were kids, हम स्कूल जाते थे, we didn't have the technology, access to technology, so we are still, having that fear कि अरे ये कुछ हो नहीं जाएगा, मैं कैसे करूँ, all that fear and things are there. But they are born with technology and they know, and they are so smart, right? वो इतने अच्छे से उनकी they are able to use. So kahin na kahin there's a gap, right? There's a bridge between the teachers and the students, especially in the field of technology. So here again, you upskilling yourself with this knowledge will help you to interact with your students more better. जब आपको भी ये टेक्नोलॉजी अगर आपको आ गया, right, coding, so then it will be more easy for you to interact with your students, right? So to bridge this gap again, upskilling yourself with the latest knowledge of technology will help you out, right? STEM education, I'm sure you all teachers or the other educators, you all know how STEM has become so important in the recent times because it focuses on the overall development, right? जैसे आप सब agree करोगे कि 10-15 साल पहले हम बहुत conventional jobs थी, right? Either you're a doctor or a lawyer, बहुत ही limited options थी, right? आपको सिर्फ options था कि okay, engineering, or you do doctor, or you do lawyer, or account, CA and all that. But abhi, with the advent of technology, with the world going in a rapid phase and growing in a rapid pace, so here we are seeing that there are so many new jobs have come up. I am sure आप सब agree करोगे कि जैसे apps बन गए, technology बढ़ गई है, data analyst, data scientist, right? Robotics field है, artificial intelligence है. आज हम देख रहे हैं Tesla has come up with a driverless car. Alexa is there, the robot Sophia, okay, who can answer all your questions just like a human being. So technology and world has gone where all, right? So यहाँ अगर बच्चे हमारे, the children, we have to prepare them for this future, right? For this future world. तो यहाँ पे भी हमें उनको उस तरह के skills डालने पड़ेंगे जो उनके इस future world में, जहाँ पे jobs are so dynamic, right? It's not no more like अगर आप आप डॉक्टर हो तो आपको सिर्फ डॉक्टर की knowledge चाहिए. It's not that, right? All the jobs are demanding multiple skills from the students and even from us, right? आज हम भी अगर we are also working, we need those kind of skills, multiple skills. So here, the STEM education focuses on the holistic learning of the child. So यहाँ पे भी technology, science, engineering, they all are again cross curriculum integration, developing the 21st century skills, right? That is communication, collaboration, critical thinking, problem solving skills. So all these skills are nurtured, or you can say enhanced, with the knowledge of coding. So when a child learns coding, he is already learning how to think. He is becoming good at problem solving, because जैसे जैसे वो coding पे different projects पे work कर रहा है, his problem solving skills are increasing. He is becoming more good at communication, collaborative working, right? So computational thinking, which is the thinking power, how to calculate, how to solve a particular problem. तो ये सारी चीजें कैसे develop हो रही है? Indirectly with the knowledge of coding, जब बच्चे coding करते हैं. Logical reasoning improves, right? So all these are the advantages or the reasons why one should learn coding, right? And an additional thing for you as an educator, okay, would be to teach students in your school, right? As I said, बहुत demand बढ़ रही है. Even the national education policy has made it compulsory that coding should be taught from the age of 5th standard, right? So definitely there'll be a huge demand of coding teachers. So you will have an extra additional income, I would say, or an extra way of an additional skill through which you can also teach coding to your students, or you can integrate technology, like आप कुछ उस knowledge को आप integrate कर सकते हो अपने subjects को teach करने के लिए. You can open your own tuition classes. ये भी बहुत सारे my teachers हैं जिन्होंने थोड़ा सा knowledge था, maybe with this program they got more insights, they got more knowledge, and now they're also able to open their own coding classes, you can say, because बहुत demand है. Definitely सब बच्चों को, सब parents को सिखाना है, तो आपके लिए another job opportunity हो जाएगा. You can teach your own kids. Now you must you must have observed कि इतनी high rates है, the package, the programs, coding programs are they are charging bomb, right? So if you are having that knowledge, you yourself can teach. You don't have to enroll for any other programs. आपके बच्चों को अगर वो स्कूल में पढ़ रहे हैं या आपको उनको इस फील्ड में आगे बढ़ाना है, टेक्नोलॉजी इज द फ्यूचर, राइट? तो आप चाहो नहीं चाहो बच्चों को वी हैव टू टीच देम दिस स्किल्स, राइट? सो यू आर केपेबल ऑफ डूइंग दैट, एंड ऑल्सो यू कैन वर्क एज अ कोडिंग टीचर at various coding companies. So again, as I said, it will be an additional skill in your profile, in your resume, and definitely you can look for some more job opportunities at various coding companies. So so this is a perfect program where you will be getting the fundamentals. Okay, so let me tell you, this is a fundamentals training, right? This program mein, I would not say that this is advanced, because obviously you have to start somewhere, right? So यहाँ पे जो आपका foundation है, that will become strong, and then of course you can take it ahead, right? Now, understanding what is coding and the importance of coding, that why anybody should learn coding, let us understand how it is, because मुझे बहुत बार teachers बोलते हैं, मैम, it's very difficult. I feel, जब हम उनका, जब हम एक कोई coding का page देखते हैं तो हमें लगता है, oh my God, this is not our cup of cake, right? Or you feel कि अरे मैं तो I'm teaching Hindi, maybe I will not be able to learn coding because it looks very difficult, right? So let me over here again throw some light over here that it is not the case, right? जैसे technology बढ़ गई है, right? Even the tools that through which you can learn coding have enhanced, again they have made the platform very simple. तो जैसे देखा प्रोग्रामर्स ने कि अरे कोडिंग आगे जाके बहुत ज्यादा यूजफुल होने वाली है, और अगर मैं इसको डिफिकल्ट करूंगा तो कोई आगे नहीं आएगा, राइट? इसीलिए उन्होंने क्या किया, डेवलपर्स ने ऐसे ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स बनाए हैं जिससे कोडिंग बहुत इजी हो गया सीखना, राइट? जो बेसिक लॉजिक होता है वो बहुत इजी हो गया है थ्रू द हेल्प ऑफ ब्लॉक बेस्ड कोडिंग. पहले कुछ साल पहले वी डिडंट हैव दोस थिंग्स, तो इसीलिए ऐसा लग रहा था कि ओनली फ्यू पीपल कैन गो इनटू सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग because that's a very difficult thing, right? But again, as I said, with the advent of technology and many applications, it has been made very easy, right? तो coding सीखना बहुत आसान हो गया है because of the introduction of block-based coding. Let me explain you what is block-based coding. तो पहले था text-based coding. तो आप यहाँ पे right hand side में आपको कुछ screen code दिख रहा है. It's just of text. That's a text-based coding versus the block-based coding. So let me just you can see the example. तो अभी जैसे आप आप नए हो, इंट्रोडक्शन है, बिगिनर्स हो, जैसे हम अगर ड्राइंग भी सीखते थे जब छोटे थे, राइट? हम पहले we straightly हमारे teacher doesn't teach how to draw figures or something. पहले हम copy drawing करते थे, right? We just used to fill colors, then we used to look at it and we used to do, right? Then we start. So step by step जैसे हम हर एक चीज को सीखते हैं, even coding also. Okay, step by step हमें जाना है. Of course, you need to be very passionate, because थोड़ा सा patience, all these things will be required. Now, what I was saying कि block based coding से क्या हो गया कि the focus, कि grammar या आपके जो rules and regulations वो कम हो जाएंगे यहाँ पे. ओके, तो आपको यू जस्ट हैव टू फोकस कि आपको क्या बनाना है. सपोज आपने सोचा कि मुझे गेम बनाना है या मुझे एक स्टोरी बनानी है, एनिमेटेड स्टोरी, राइट? तो उसके लिए जो भी लॉजिक होगा, वी विल हैव ब्लॉक्स एंड वी आर गोइंग टू यूज दोज ब्लॉक्स टू डेवलप आवर प्रोग्राम. सो इट विल बी मोर इजियर, व्हिच आई मीन टू से. ओके, नाउ टू डेवलप एनी प्रोग्राम, या आपको कोई भी कोडिंग, आपको एक प्रोग्राम बनाना है, एक एप्लीकेशन बनाना है, तो फर्स्ट स्टेप होता है कि उस प्रोग्राम को हमें अपनी लैंग्वेज में अंडरस्टैंड करना होता है, जिसे हम एल्गोरिथम्स बोलते हैं, राइट? सो वी यूज टू टूल्स, एल्गोरिथम्स और फ्लो चार्ट्स, राइट? नॉट कंपल्सरी बट इट्स अ गुड थिंग, राइट? कि सपोज मैंने सोचा कि मुझे एक एप्लीकेशन बनाना है, मुझे एक स्टोरी बनाना है, तो आप क्या करोगे, पहले अपने लैंग्वेज में, अपने सिंपल लैंग्वेज में आप उसका फ्लो डिफाइन करोगे या प्लानिंग करोगे कि व्हाट ऑल शुड बी देयर. यू राइट इन अ सिंपल स्टेप्स. जैसे आई विल जस्ट गिव यू वन स्मॉल एग्जांपल व्हिच आई हैव टेकन हियर. I want to spin a ball. Okay, so what you would say is just, of course, see, as a human being, you know quite a lot, right? But if you're expecting from a computer to do this, computer को अगर कुछ आपके लिए करना है, तो आपको computer को proper instructions देना है. See, at the end of the day, वो machine है, right? उसको अपना कोई brain नहीं होता है. So you are coding, right? You are giving instructions to the computer, so it has to be very precise and clear. अगर आप ह्यूमन बीइंग, आप अपनी फ्रेंड से बात कर रहे हो या उसको कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे हो, मे बी यू कैन इग्नोर फ्यू ऑफ द थिंग्स, राइट? बिकॉज दे ऑलरेडी हैव देयर ओन ब्रेन. बट कंप्यूटर को जब हम कोड करते हैं, इंस्ट्रक्शंस देते हैं, तो हम एक प्रॉपर प्रिसाइज एंड क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शंस देते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई वुड हैव टू टेल माय फ्रेंड टू स्पिन अ बॉल, आई वुड जस्ट से वर्बली. बट इफ आई हैव टू गिव इंस्ट्रक्शंस टू द कंप्यूटर, आप बोलोगे फर्स्ट पॉइंट द बॉल स्ट्रेट 90 डिग्रीज में इसको रोकोगे, फिर टर्न करूंगी मैं, राइट? फिर मैं इसको जब तक टर्न करूंगी तब तक वो जब तक कि वो वापस ओरिजिनल पोजीशन में नहीं आ जाए. सो दिस वाज द सिंपल लैंग्वेज में मैंने अपने आप को उसको समझा है कि मुझे क्या करना है प्रॉब्लम को. एंड देन आई विल यूज द ब्लॉक बेस्ड कोडिंग. आई विल यूज द हेल्प ऑफ कोडिंग लैंग्वेजेस, ठीक है, जिससे कि मैं ये अपना पर्पस जो मैंने सोचा है वो मैं सॉल्व करूं, राइट? इफ आई वांट दिस ऑब्जेक्ट, लाइक देयर इज एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ अ बॉल, और उस बॉल को मुझे एनिमेशन डालना है ऑफ स्पिन, right? So here this is what I will write कि अच्छा मुझे पहले पॉइंट डायरेक्शन करना है, फिर टर्न डिक्रीज करना है, थोड़ा सा वेट करते करते. So don't bother कि क्या कोड है, just understand कि how it works, how coding works. फिर मैं उसको बोलूंगी अच्छा मैं उसको 36 टाइम्स मुझे 360 डिग्रीज करना है, तो I will repeat. Just an example. So this is block based coding, and you can see it's so easy, to understand. Or language, repeat, turn, very simple language. So that's why I've been telling that, we have a lot of amazing tools through which coding can be learned in a very easy way. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Now the projects that you will be learning in this course, in this particular program, is that you learn how to make an animated cards, short stories, virtual tours, maze games, short quiz app, right? Google Translator. So then over here in this program, we are not only focusing on normal projects like or normal animation, but we are also going to learn about creating your own mobile apps. ठीक है, आप क्या सीखोगे, आप अपने खुद के मोबाइल एप्स जो आप अपने फोन पे भी इंस्टॉल कर सकते हो. So we are going to have that knowledge. Okay, so I'm sure this is a full-fledged program जहाँ पे introduction मिलेगा आपको about coding using different tools. Okay, and then you learn how to make a mobile app. Also towards the end we will learn how to make a website also. ठीक है, तो हमने यहाँ पे तीनों का एक बेस जो बोलते हैं वो फंडामेंटल्स यहाँ पे आपका हो जाएगा, फॉर्म हो जाएगा, राइट? सो फॉर एग्जांपल आप ऐसे एप्स बना सकते हैं लाइक योर ओन गूगल ट्रांसलेटर, है ना? You will be entering the text, you will say okay, I want to translate into French or I want to translate into Spanish, और जैसे आप ट्रांसलेट पे क्लिक करोगे यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. So definitely सोचो अगर आप अपने बच्चों को ये सारे सिखाओगे, आपके स्टूडेंट्स को, they will be so excited, right? So again, a very interesting activity for your children, for your students, right? To teach a particular concept. So बहुत सारी चीजें हम यहाँ पे we can think of that we can do to teach through coding, right? यहाँ पे एक और example है photo editor app that we are going to make in this course. So many other projects that we are going to work through which you will be able to make your classes more engaging and integrate technology basically, right? So now let's learn coding. So ये बहुत सारा I've given you a very overall perspective of coding and why we should learn coding. I'm sure most of the points, most of your questions would have been answered. Now comes it, ma'am, is it really like easy? You're saying, but we also want experience whether we will be able to learn or how is it going to be, right? ये सारी चीजें भी I'm sure it is going on in your mind. So what we have thought is कि चलो हम यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा we are going to have some small activity over here where we are going to do a lesson on Scratch. Okay? So I hope you're okay with this, right? अब सबको मुझे a small request that here I want all of you to practically do what I am doing. Okay? ताकि आप सबको एक coding का you will get a feel of it, like that how you will just touch the water and see whether I'll be able to do it or not. So यहाँ पे we are going to do this activity. So whoever can do along with me, आप जो भी मेरे साथ करना चाहते हो, आप कर सकते हो. अगर आपको चाहिए कि आप just want to observe how am I doing, it's perfect. It's totally fine. ठीक है? वैसे भी this is an introductory session. From next class onwards, we will be actually doing our coding work. Okay, but today I just want you all to give a feel of it. Okay, so now there are two ways. अगर आप मोबाइल से आप अपनी क्लास ले रहे हो तो मोबाइल पे आप you can watch me doing it and you can do on your computers. If you're doing on computer, आप अपने side by side screen रख सकते हो. You can place your Zoom screen over here and your browser over here so that you can work simultaneously. ठीक है? Okay. So let's begin. Now, as I told you, the first thing we are going to do is a block-based coding through which we will learn how to make animated stories, animated cards, games, quizzes, and all of that. Okay, so for that, we are going to learn a tool called as Scratch. Okay, so I want all of you to just type scratch.mit.edu. Okay, I'm going to give this link. मैं link जो है chat window पे भी डाल देती हूँ. Okay, so here is the link to open this application, okay, through which we are going to learn block-based coding, right? It's a perfect program for beginners, for introduction to coding. Even for your children, this would be an amazing platform, right? As you can see, there are millions of students all over the world who are using this platform, right? So you can create your own stories, games, and you can share with around the world, right? So it's amazing, cool. As you can see that different kinds of projects can be made using this और बच्चों को बहुत मजा आता है because of visual programming. The main advantage of this programs, if you see, if I teach students Python or Java, they would really not be interested and they would back out. कि अरे भाई हमें we don't want to do it. So always start with something which will be interesting to them, right? तो यहाँ पे visual है, आप अपने stories को characters का animation वगैरह, you can actually see the outcome. Fine. So again, I'll repeat, you have to go to scratch.mit.edu. I'm sure आप सबने ये open कर दिया होगा, जो भी करना चाहते हैं मेरे साथ, ठीक है? और अब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now, as soon as you open this website, it's a web application. First of all, it's an online application. Of course, Scratch also has an offline version, but अब हम सिर्फ online application पे work करेंगे, ठीक है? So online application है तो you don't have to worry to download anything. आप सीधा उस website पे जाओगे and you can start creating a project. Okay. Second thing is आपको sign in करना होगा. But अभी आज की class में it's okay. We will not be signing in. Right? हम next जब हम अपना program start करेंगे तब I will guide you on how to sign in, how to create the accounts. Today we will not bother about that. Right? आज हमें जानना है कि how does this coding work? Right? How does block-based coding work? And all of that. So आज हम सिर्फ we are going to directly click on create. ठीक है? हम create. So I want all of you to click on create. Create से क्या होगा कि आपका एक project जो है open हो जाएगा. I'm sure आप सब must be knowing that everything that we do in programming, right, it is treated as one project. So here I said create, and I said I can see one interface, we can say एक dashboard जैसा बोल सकते हैं, एक interface IDE, right, open हो जाता है, जहाँ पे you are going to see some things right now. आप सब देख सकते हो कि यहाँ पे बहुत सारी चीजें आ गई हैं. So let me make you understand what is what. It's, and trust me, it's very simple. It's very easy. Okay. So on the right hand side, सबसे पहले आपका जो right hand side पे जो आप देख रहे हो screen, this place, this is called as a stage, है ना? So stage means what? This is the place where I can see the outcome of my program. As I said, that it's a visual programming application, okay, visual programming language. तो अब जो भी बनाओगे आप उसका आउटकम यहाँ पे इस स्टेज पे देख सकते हो, राइट? सो वी हैव अ cute looking cat over here. That's a default sprite. Sprites are nothing but the objects of your program, right? आप जो भी बना रहे हो, कैरेक्टर्स या गेम बना रहे हो, उसके ऑब्जेक्ट्स हो सकते हैं, एनीथिंग. ओके, दे ऑल आर कॉल्ड एज स्प्राइट्स. बहुत सारी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस में ये वर्ड यूज होता है स्प्राइट. Right? Sprite is nothing but the object that which is a part of your program, okay, of your project. So by default, when I say by default means whenever you open a new program, आपको ये cat दिखाई देगा जो आप कस्टमाइज कर सकते हो, डिलीट कर सकते हो, सारा कुछ आज में हम देखते हैं. ओके, एंड यहाँ पे there are three buttons over here on the top. One is the view, मतलब ये जो मेरा स्क्रीन है उसको मैं by default ये नॉर्मल व्यू है, इसको हम और दो व्यूज में देख सकते हैं, दैट इज अ फुल स्क्रीन व्यू, राइट? जब आप प्रोजेक्ट बनाओगे आप उसको फुल स्क्रीन में देख सकते हो टू एक्चुअली सी द आउटकम ऑफ योर कोड, राइट? तो भी आप उसको इंस्ट्रक्शंस दोगे, हाउ इट इज एग्जीक्यूटेड, हाउ इज द आउटकम, यू कैन सी इन फुल स्क्रीन मोड बाय क्लिकिंग ऑन दिस. यहाँ पे क्लिक करने पे आप उसको देख सकते हो. ये आपका जो है कंडेंस्ड मोड, इट्स मेनली फोकसिंग कि मैं प्रोग्रामिंग पे ज्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेट कर रही हूँ, उसको ज्यादा स्पेस दे रही हूँ रादर देन द स्टेज. So these are simply views here. Then we have two buttons over here, right? The green flag and the stop, right? Green flag का मतलब है मुझे प्रोग्राम को स्टार्ट करना है, और stop का मतलब है I want to end the program. Simple, right? अपने कंप्यूटर को उसी when you calculate आप 2 + 3 करोगे, that is not enough, right? When you say equals to, when you press that equal to, then you get 5. So somewhere we have to say कि अभी मुझे इसका आउटकम देखना है. So this green flag indicates the starting of the program, running the program, executing your program. Okay, so now this is your stage. अब मैंने जैसे बताया ये आउटकम है, तो आउटकम लाने के लिए या प्रोग्राम आउटकम देखने के लिए we need to code your characters, right? So this is the space, the center space जो आप देख रहे हो, ये आपका कोडिंग एरिया है, राइट? कोडिंग विंडो जहां पे आप अपना कोड जो है वो डालने वाले ब्लॉक्स. एज आई सेड कि ये ब्लॉक बेस्ड कोडिंग है, तो यहाँ पे ऑन द लेफ्ट you can see under the tab code, यहाँ पे 3 टैब्स दिख रहे हैं, कोड, कॉस्ट्यूम्स और साउंड्स. इन दोनों के बारे में हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. राइट नाउ वी आर फोकसिंग कि हमें कुछ कोड लिखना है ताकि हम इस कैरेक्टर को जो है कुछ इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे सके, कुछ एनिमेशन कर सके, व्हाटएवर. ठीक है? सो यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कि कोड आर अगेन कैटेगराइज्ड इनटू डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज लाइक मोशन. Somebody is on unmute, please. Could you mute yourself? Vijaya Lakshmi ma'am, please mute. Yes, sorry. Okay, ठीक है. I hope you all are following. Please let me know just once. एक बार मुझे जल्दी से बता दीजिए. I hope I'm not very fast or something. Are you all able to follow? If you all could just type on the chat.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. ओके, तो यहाँ पे जो कोड है, राइट, ये जो ब्लॉक्स है उनको उन्होंने वापस क्या किया है कि सारा कुछ एक में ही दो, तो वी विल बी कंफ्यूज करे यार. सपोज आप एक कबर्ड में सारा कुछ डंप करते हो तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट रहता है कुछ ढूंढने के लिए. वेयरएज जब हम सेक्शंस में डालते हैं तो बहुत इजी हो जाता है, राइट? कि यहाँ पे वेस्टर्न है, यहाँ पे ट्रेडिशनल है, तो हमें उसे कुछ चीजों को निकालने में बहुत आसानी हो जाती है. तो यहाँ पे भी कोड्स को जो है अच्छी तरह से उनको ड्रॉवर्स में डाले हुए हैं. इमोशन मतलब यहाँ पे एक और चीज है कि बहुत ही रिलेटेबल है, राइट? इट्स प्लेन इंग्लिश, वेरी मच व्हाट वी आर यूजिंग इन अ डे टू डे लाइफ, राइट? सो मोशन मींस अगर मेरे कैरेक्टर को कुछ एनिमेशन मूवमेंट डालना है तो मे बी मैं मोशन वाले ड्रॉवर में जाऊंगा और वहां से ब्लॉक्स को निकालूंगी. समथिंग विद द अपीयरेंस ऑफ माय कैरेक्टर, आई वुड गो टू द लुक्स ब्लॉक. sound, similarly so on and so forth, right? Events, control. आगे कि हम as and when we will proceed with the session हम समझेंगे उसको ज्यादा डिटेल में, बट यहाँ पे हमें समझना है कि अच्छा हमारे पास यहाँ लेफ्ट में कुछ ड्रॉवर्स है और हर एक ड्रॉवर के अंदर कुछ ब्लॉक्स है जिन्हें हम यूज करके हमारे प्रोग्राम में we can make whatever we want. Okay, we can make the characters behave the way we want. Clear everybody? तो हम इस तरह से समझ में आ गया, राइट? यहाँ पे इस तरह से जैसे आप क्लिक कर रहे हो, they have been color coded also. सबसे बेस्ट बात है कि वो कलर कोडेड है, तो इट इज इजी, राइट? एक ह्यूमन मेंटालिटी होता है कि कलर से हमें इजीली आइडेंटिफाई होता है, अच्छा ग्रीन कलर जब भी इट्स ऑपरेटर, सो मोर इजी, इंस्टेड ऑफ हैविंग ऑल ऑफ देम एट द सेम कलर. सो नाउ अब हम क्या करते हैं, लेट्स सी. सो यहाँ पे समझ में आ गया कि ये टैब में आपके पास सारे कोड्स हैं. Now coming to the other thing on the right hand side, okay, I hope you are able to see my cursor, right? ये जो right hand side में bottom में है, right? ये वाला part है sprite के बारे में. This is called as the sprite information, right? Where I can see कि ये sprite के बारे में कुछ details दी गई है, जैसे कि उसकी size जो कि अभी 100 है. मे बी मुझे इस cat को थोड़ा सा बड़ा बनाना है, तो I can increase the size से 150, है ना? मुझे इस यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हैं, इस कैरेक्टर को, मेरे स्प्राइट को, आई कैन डू सम चेंजेस रिलेटेड टू माय स्प्राइट. ओके, वी हैव सम मोर, वी विल अंडरस्टैंड देम लेटर. एक्सपोजिशन हाइपोजिशन क्या है हम थोड़ी देर के बाद समझते हैं, बट यहाँ पे आपको ये जानना है कि इस प्लेस से हम अपने स्प्राइट्स के बारे में जान सकते हैं, कुछ चीजें हम चेंज कर सकते हैं. प्लस आई कैन ऐड सम मोर स्प्राइट्स, यहाँ से मैं कुछ स्प्राइट्स को ऐड कर सकती हूँ, right? I can delete a sprite, lot of things we can do in this section, right? Sprites मतलब कि बहुत सारे characters को हम, we will come to this part in some time. Fine. Over here, this is the sprite, and then next to it, उसके एकदम ही adjacent में हम देख सकते हैं कि backdrop, है ना? तो अगर आप स्टोरी बना रहे हो या आप गेम बना रहे हो, आप देख सकते हैं बैकग्राउंड एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है, which enhances the application, right? Which enhances your project. Suppose आप एक story बोल रहे हो jungle के बारे में, if it is coming in the backdrop of white, it's not interesting at all, right? So if you want to add a backdrop to your your project, this is the place, right? आपको यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ भी है backdrops, and यहाँ पे backdrop add करने के लिए we have our button over here, choose a backdrop. आप देख सकते हो. So I want all of you to, let's add a backdrop. So you will click on choose a backdrop, and यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कि बहुत ही amazing sprite, we have a lovely library, okay, a collection of different backdrops. Okay, यहाँ पे आपके पास बहुत सारे categories like fantasy, music के related कुछ backdrops है, स्पोर्ट्स का अगर आप कुछ स्टोरी बना रहे हो, गेम बना रहे हो, तो स्पोर्ट्स के रिलेटेड एक बैकड्रॉप आप यहाँ से ऐड कर सकते हो. तो इस तरह से बहुत अमेजिंग चीजें दी गई है ऑलरेडी, राइट, जिसे हम यूज कर सकते हैं. आई वुड लाइक टू सेलेक्ट ओवर हियर ब्लू स्काई. ठीक है, आई विल जस्ट क्लिक ऑन ब्लू स्काई राइट नाउ. ओके, सो आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू, आई विल रिपीट द स्टेप. वी क्लिक ऑन चूज अ बैकड्रॉप and we are going to select this blue sky from here. Okay, if you want something else, you can select something else as well. Okay, so after we do this, I hope everybody is clear with this step. ठीक है, अब हमने क्या किया है, हमारे साइज कैट को थोड़ा सा बड़ा कर दिया है, हमने एक बैकड्रॉप ऐड कर दिया है. अब हम थोड़ा सा कुछ आगे बढ़ते हैं. लेट्स सी हाउ टू कोड इट. ठीक है, so very simple. I want to have a very what is the simple thing, that let's say this cat wants to welcome all of you. Okay, let's welcome the user, right? Hello friends, welcome to Scratch. So I want this sprite to say something, right? So to say something, to make this character say a message, we are going to go to the looks block. Looks power में जाएंगे, looks वाले category में, और वहां से हम पिकअप कर देंगे उसको, ड्रैग एंड जस्ट ड्रॉप इट ऑन द कोडिंग विंडो. तो यहाँ पे एक जिक्सॉ पजल की तरह आपको ये ब्लॉक्स दिख रहे हैं. सो हम लेटर ऑन वी कैन जस्ट जॉइन देम टू फॉर्म सम मीनिंगफुल प्रोग्राम. ओके, तो यहाँ पे मैं फर्स्ट बेसिक से ले रही हूँ. से आई विल जस्ट रिपीट, आई हैव जस्ट ड्रैग्ड एंड ड्रॉप्ड इट.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Excuse me, stop. Sorry to disturb. I have already attended this class. Will you please share the information? How can I later on continue this with the courses? through
Sure,
WhatsApp
ma'am.
or something?
Sure, ma'am.
So
For that, no.
should I? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you want to enroll for this program, am I correct? Is that your
Yes,
question?
yes,
You
ma'am.
want to know how can you enroll? So don't worry, ma'am.
How
Miss
to? Yes, yes.
Hanji, Hanji. So now Miss Manjari is the person to coordinate regarding the enrollment. So you maybe
Okay.
you can, if you have a number, or you can I can just
Can I
provide.
contact her through WhatsApp?
Yes. So I have the details of her. So you can contact Miss Manjari. Her details are here, her phone number. So anybody of you who would, have the constraint of time and would like to know more about this, you can contact. So just take the screenshot of this. I think that's good.
Okay, I have taken, ma'am. Sorry to
Madam,
disturb.
we are running out of time. Madam, continue, please.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I'm leaving. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you. Perfect. So over here, ठीक है, तो हमने क्या किया, we have just dragged and dropped it, and now listen carefully. हमने ये ब्लॉक को डाला है, और यहाँ पे दो चीजें हमें बताना है. Say you are telling your cat to say something. Now what is that message is what we can click over here and we can change it. ठीक है, अब हमें कोड करना है, हमें behave, we want this character to behave the way I want, right? Default कुछ चीजें रहेंगी, हम उसे customize करेंगे हमारे requirement के हिसाब से. So I will say welcome, hello friends. Okay, I wanted to say hello friends. Okay, welcome to Scratch. Okay, so I will type my message over here, and after that we have another input, that is for how many seconds I want this cat to say this message. Now what I mean by that, इसके मतलब क्या होता है, एक बार हम उसको execute run करके देखते हैं तो आपको easily समझ में आएगा. तो कोई भी ब्लॉक को एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए आप पहले तो उसको लाओगे यहाँ पे अपने कोडिंग विंडो में, और उसके बाद जब हम क्लिक करते हैं, लाइक व्हेन आई क्लिक ऑन दैट ब्लॉक, इट विल एग्जीक्यूट. ठीक है, सो नाउ यू कैन सी it has said hello friends, welcome to Scratch, but it was only for 2 seconds, right? I don't want it because I'm not able to read the message properly, so maybe I could say for 4 seconds. Simple. So now when I'm doing this, to see the change, okay, save पे मैंने वापस क्लिक किया, hello friends, welcome, staying there for 4 seconds. Simple. Okay, so आपने कंप्यूटर को इस तरह से कोड किया है कि अच्छा it has to say a message for 4 seconds. Okay, उसके बाद let's say I want another message. Okay, one second. Okay, I want another message. So wonderful. Okay, so I'm giving another message. Let's say it's a wonderful day today. So now I have put 2 blocks, right? मैंने 2 say blocks को डाला है. One is this message and one is this message. Now say I want both of them to be executed. So मैं इस पे click करती हूँ and I can see the message. So first I will go hello friends, welcome for 4 seconds. उसके बाद आपने बोला it's wonderful day today for 2 seconds. So यहाँ पे आप observe कर रहे हो कि programming concept हम सीख रहे हैं जिसे हम बोलते हैं sequential programming, right? Sequential programming का मतलब क्या होता है कि by default जब आप प्रोग्राम को instructions लिखते हो, it will always be executed in the sequence that you have written. For example, मैं इस ब्लॉक को ऊपर डाल देती हूँ, and now when I execute, it will say first it's a wonderful day and then hello friends. So यहाँ पे sequence change होने पे क्या होता है, इस sequence में आप डालोगे, उसी sequence में वो जो है प्रोग्राम execute होगा. So this is called as sequential programming. Now there is one challenge over here. What is that? Okay, ma'am, I cannot always come over here and run this and click on this, right? It would not make sense, isn't it? आप अपने जब आप स्विगी या जो भी ऐप यूज करते हो, you just execute and it works, वो वर्क हो जाता है. तो यहाँ पे भी मुझे कुछ इस तरह से करना है कि I just run the program and it goes, one by one वो execute हो जाता है. So here I want to code, I want to instruct my computer saying that when I click on this green flag, remember I told you that green flag is for starting your program. I want to instruct that when I click on this green flag, I want the program to start. Okay, so here again we are going to learn a very important thing in programming, that most of the programming are event based. आपके phones में भी जो आप apps देखते हो, you will be seeing a button called as start button, या आप अपनी WhatsApp पे आप देख लो कि link a device जैसा कुछ button होता है, स्टेटस जैसे एक टैब है, तो इट इज ऑल बेस्ड ऑन द इवेंट्स, राइट? आप जब उस पर क्लिक करते हो देन इट विल show you the result accordingly, right? So this is called as event based programming. Even in Scratch we are going to have this method. Okay, so when I click on events, okay, जब मैं events पे click करती हूँ तो यहाँ पे मुझे सारे events जो support करते हैं based for this character, ये सारे आ जाएंगे यहाँ पे, और उसमें से मैं पिकअप करूंगी when flag clicked. ओके, तो मैं बोलना चाह रही हूँ कि जब मैं प्रोग्राम में whenever I click on this green flag something should happen. Now see, यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ ब्लॉक डाला है but I have not connected them, right? So it will not make any sense. तो यहाँ पे मुझे इन दोनों को snap, you will see वो automatically snap हो जाते हैं, means they are joining as a puzzle because to make sense, right? आप बोल रहे हो कि when flag click, please see this and after this you see this. Okay, I will just put this before only. आप देखो कितना easy है, drag and drop है, तो आपको they are not worrying much कि as a programmer आपको ये सब सोचने की जरूरत नहीं कि उसका ग्रामर क्या होगा, सिंटेक्स क्या होगा. डोंट वरी, जस्ट फोकस ऑन व्हाट यू वांट टू डू. ओके, सो दैट्स द मेन एडवांटेज ऑफ ब्लॉक बेस्ड कोडिंग व्हिच आई वाज सेइंग. नाउ ये मैंने कर दिया व्हेन फ्लैग क्लिक. अब क्या होगा, मुझे इस पे क्लिक करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आई विल जस्ट क्लिक ऑन द ग्रीन फ्लैग. सिंपल. नाउ यू कैन सी टीचर्स it is executing as per the code that you have written, right? मैं थोड़ा सा उसको स्क्रीन में जाके देखती हूँ कि how it will work, how it will look. So I have said, hello friends, welcome to Scratch. It's a wonderful day today. Okay, looks good, right? In this way I can code my program. One last thing we are going to see and after that we will wrap up. Let's say I want this cat to move. Okay, so I will say move. I will just drag and drop it over here. ये बोलने के बाद उसको मूव करना है. Let's say I want to make it move not 10 steps but maybe 200 steps. Okay, now when I run this code, you can see it will automatically sequential programming. It will just sequence the sequence in which you have written the program. Yeah, see, you can see the code. The cat has moved 200 steps, right? So in this way, we write the program in Scratch. Okay, and we will be seeing amazing looking. Just give me 1 minute. I'll quickly show you some of the outcomes. Maybe if you are just give me 2 minutes. So that you will get a clear picture of what kind of projects we can make, right? I'm sure you must be interested in knowing that as well. So I would just quickly take you one of the things. मुझे सिर्फ एक ही चीज दिखाना है आप लोगों को कि actually बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, but maybe the important ones I would say just two to three things I would like to show you, 2 to 3 projects rather. So just 1 minute. Okay, just 1 minute. So as I was discussing about the games, animated stories. So over here we have. Okay, I've already opened them. Let me just yeah. We have a limitation of time, so 1 second. एक बहुत ही अच्छा one of our teachers, like she implemented an amazing way, like जैसे उनका एक concept था to teach about landforms. So how she came up with this idea about teaching landforms to children with the Scratch, so I would like to showcase that. I was really very much impressed by that and how beautifully she has explained that concept. So I will just quickly show you 3 projects which I wanted to show. So my visit to different land reforms. Okay, so this was a topic which she had chosen, landforms. Okay, so I'm just running the code. Overall information के लिए, just quickly I will you will see this. Yeah, and then you will see as an library, she's showing different landforms and the importance of them. Okay, so just to get an idea that how actually it can implement. You see, this is a desert, so she's taking the different landforms and explaining about that with some sounds, with some animation, है ना? तो बहुत interesting बन जाता है आपका class जब आप ऐसा कुछ innovative करते हो. right? एक ये चीज था all of that. Okay. Similarly, going ahead. Yes, ma'am. I'll just take your question. Just 2 minutes, Hina, ma'am. Let's say this is one another thing. You, as I was telling you about something like an something like this you can make, right? And then obviously you can make some assignments as well. You know, I think one of our teachers just made an assignment to teach what the difference. There was a timer. Say that okay, within this time I have to locate the differences to make again engage the children. So these are few of the things, because, and yes, so I think oh yeah, we are done with this session. And I would just, I think the main details about the program, that what we are going to do, I've already explained you a bit, right? The platforms that we are going to learn is, we're going to learn about Scratch, MIT App Inventor, as I told you, we are going to also learn mobile apps. तो यहाँ पे ये सारे platforms का हम use करने वाले इस course में. I'm sure you all know about Up Educators. They've already trained more than 3,000 educators, right? 3,300 plus Google certified educators, and in subco, and it's having a rating of 4.9. Just for information about this company, right? And yes, it's also a proud Google Cloud partner, right? और भी आपको जो भी details चाहिए, आप just take a screenshot of this. And now I would want your queries to be answered. अगर कुछ रह गए होंगे, I'm sure बहुत सारा आपको insights मिल गया होगा about this thing. Yeah, it enriched me. So, okay, Kriti Bas, ma'am. Thank you. I'm sorry, ma'am or sir. Sometimes I, because if cameras are not on, I'm sorry, I have not addressed you proper. Yes, about the basics of coding. Yes, thank you so much. I
Thank you.
hope you all had a great session, time. And
Yes, ma'am.
any questions? Most welcome.
Since we have started today, so slowly we will learn. Then only that query will come only. So at the
No
beginning, so thank you.
Yes, I understand. Definitely. When you're actually doing, जब आप actually करोगे तो आपको
Yes.
yes भी है. But I'm sure ये session आपको help करेगा कि how it can be done. What are the possibilities, what are the opportunities in this through this program, right? So I think
Yes,
वो
ma'am.
clear
Yes.
हो गया होगा, I'm sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Yeah, I think somebody had raised their hands. I think so. I think I'm not sure. और कुछ किसी की queries है? Please go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Tasleem, ma'am. Yes, please
Ma'am.
go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Now what you showed the application, what the teacher has made about the landform. It was
Correct.
just displaying the messages. Can
Correct.
it speak? Can the application speak? Means what it is displayed? Can it
Yes,
read it
yes.
on its own?
Can it speak, right? That's a question.
Yeah. Means what
Definitely. We can make it, ma'am. Actually, मैं जैसे बोल रही हूँ कि I had shown the Alexa app, right, ma'am? Could you hear it? You could hear the Alexa speaking?
Yes.
हाँ. So that is one example, right? जहाँ पे आप सुन सकते थे, right? मैंने आपको इसीलिए दिखाया कि कैसे interactive था. You were giving the name. It was responding accordingly. There was voice. There was speech. So definitely you can do that. Definitely.
Ma'am, I am from Tamil Nadu.
And another thing, ma'am.
I am having a query.
So will you go one by one, please? I'm extremely sorry, but let Tasleem ma'am finish, and then maybe you can just raise your hand. Yes, so that will be a good idea. Yeah, Tasleem ma'am, is your query resolved?
No, ma'am. I just want to ask you one question. What would be the duration of this course?
Okay. So as I said, ma'am, I'm really sorry, but I'm not the right person to answer this. I would really
okay,
request
Manjari ma'am. I need to contact with Manjari ma'am.
Manjari ma'am, please.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.
It was
I hope
a
you
good
all
session.
enjoyed. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I enjoyed. Okay.
Okay, so I would want Simbi ma'am has raised her hand. Please, can you unmute yourself and ask me a question?
Ma'am, you will teach on the MIT Scratch or code.org?
We will be doing on this platform also, ma'am. For web designing, we will be doing on that platform.
But in the both both आप दोनों प्लेटफॉर्म पे सिखाओगे?
हाँ जी मैम, हाँ जी, yes, we are going to have few sessions on Scratch. We are going to have few sessions on MIT, and then we are going to have few sessions on web design. तो तीनों चीजें हम यहाँ पे इस कोर्स में complete.
You are
All
going
three. Yes, yes, we are going to do all three.
Madam, I am from Tamil Nadu.
ना? तो ये तीनों से आपको क्या होगा कि एक चीज मतलब आपको बेनिफिट्स हो जाएंगे, आपको सारी चीजें समझ में आ जाएगी बहुत बेटर वे से. And of course, you need to know how mobile apps are work, how we can develop that. You can have Scratch as an introductory program to your children, right? The basic animations, all those kind of things. So definitely full-fledged program, we can say, for the beginners. Yeah?
okay.
हाँ जी. Okay, so we have Soma, Miss. Please
Yes.
unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I just want to ask, since I don't have a laptop, can it be done with the help of desktop?
Desktop, of course, yes. Laptop, desktop doesn't matter. If you would
Okay.
have told me, ma'am, I have a tab or something, I would still think. But yes, desktop is not a problem.
Okay, I
problem.
have to download that Scratch from website and
No, ma'am. I would not. We don't do in my program we do an online version. There are many reasons. So जब आप enroll करोगे, I will guide you from there. So don't worry about that part. I will take care. Everything is very well organized and planned. So we will guide you on how to go ahead when we are doing the program. Yeah, offline, online, कैसे करना है, कैसे accounts create करेंगे, तो सारा मैं आपको तभी बता पाऊंगी.
okay.
Okay. Welcome. Tasleem ma'am has done. Simpy ma'am. I think Simpy ma'am ka ho gaya, right? Who's next? I'm sorry if I missed out something. Tasleem ma'am, could you just lower your hand once you're done?
Yeah.
Hanji, yes. Please go ahead. Please go ahead with your question.
Ma'am, I am from Tamil Nadu.
Yes, sir. Please boliye.
I don't know Hindi.
You don't know Hindi? Okay.
Yes.
I know Telugu, but not Tamil. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Boliye.
This course cover only 8 weeks course.
Sir, as I told you, you can contact Manjari ma'am for the details about the number of sessions and how long is the program. Yeah? So she will help you out, please.
Can you
Manjari
give
ma'am,
the-
are you there in the session by any chance? If she's there, I don't know. Or maybe you can contact her. Huh, sir?
Can you give the
Surendi,
contact
sir,
number?
I'll get in touch with you tomorrow, sir. This is Manjari.
Okay. Manjari ma'am is there in the session, and she will be guiding, picking up all your queries, whoever has it. So Manjari ma'am, you will be contacting them, right, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
perfect,
ma'am.
Perfect. Okay, we can go ahead. Soma ma'am, you have some doubt. You have raised your hand. Please go ahead. और भी कोई भी डाउट से प्लीज आप
No, ma'am.
unmute करिए.
I-
हो गया?
that
Your
time
doubt
is-
is okay. So I think we are done with the questions. We can end up the session. आपका already it's too late, and we must be all tired and exhausted, right? So with this, we can end the session. And I look forward to see you all in my upcoming sessions. And I'm sure it will be a great program for you. As I explained you today, we will be learning all of those things, right? So I will look forward to see you all. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.